Welcome back to another What's for Dinner. My name's Mandy and I hope you enjoy.
Hey guys, tonight we are making some honey glazed pork tenderloin. I have had this tenderloin in the refrigerator for a couple of days. I was supposed to fix it last week and then I ended up not doing it, so I need to get it done today so that it does not spoil on me. So what you're going to need for this recipe is a 1/4 cup of honey plus a little bit more for drizzling, a 1/4 cup of sherry vinegar, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, black pepper, 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 tablespoon of oil, and 2 teaspoons of finely chopped fresh rosemary, and this is optional. So the first thing you're going to do is preheat our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and put one of the oven racks in the middle of the oven.
You're first going to heat the butter and the oil in a large oven-proof skillet. I like using my iron skillet for this. You're going to heat it on medium-high, and then you're going to add your pork and cook it until it's browned on all sides, probably about 5 minutes. If your skillet is not big enough, you can cut the tenderloin in half, which is what I did. Before you do that, I lost the clip. I'm not sure where it went, but you're going to whisk together the honey, vinegar, mustard, and cayenne pepper in a small bowl and put that to the side. You'll use that in just a little bit. I will link this recipe down in the description so you guys can print it out if you would like. Once the pork is browned on all sides, you're then going to place it in the oven, and you want to do this until an instant read thermometer registers 140 degrees Fahrenheit, so probably about 12 minutes. You're then going to remove the skillet from the oven and transfer the pork to a clean plate. Using the same skillet, you're going to place it over medium-high heat, and then you're going to pour the honey mixture into the skillet and stir to loosen any brown bits that's on the bottom of the skillet. When the liquid begins to sizzle, you're going to return the pork and any juices that's on the plate to the skillet, and you're just gently going to tilt the skillet so that the liquid pools on one side of the pan, and you can continuously spoon it over the top of the pork until the liquid thickens into a nice syrupy glaze. And this will probably take about 2 minutes, and then you're just going to transfer it to a serving platter and pour the glaze over the top. Let it rest for about 5 minutes before you cut into it, and the internal temperature of the pork should rise to 145 degrees Fahrenheit to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. And you want to cut the pork crosswise into slices, and then you can drizzle more honey and sprinkle with salt and pepper and fresh rosemary if you're using the rosemary. I served mine with rice that I made in the Instant Pot and some fresh broccoli with ranch for dipping. This was absolutely delicious. So now I'm going to show you the dessert that I made for this night, and it actually lasted for the whole week because it made quite a bit. It is very, very rich tasting. It's chocolate, it's delicious, but it's very rich. The name of it is Low Carb Keto Sex in a Pan. So what you're going to need for this, for the chocolate crust, is almond flour, cocoa powder, powdered sweetener, which I use the Swerve, salt, butter, and water. For the cheesecake layer, you're going to need heavy cream, powdered sweetener, vanilla extract, and cream cheese. And then for the chocolate pudding layer, you're going to need heavy cream, unsweetened almond milk, powdered sweetener, 4 large egg yolks, xanthan gum, cocoa powder, butter, and vanilla extract. And then for the final topping, which is the whipped cream topping, you're going to need heavy cream, powdered erythritol, vanilla extract, and sugar-free dark chocolate. They want you to shave it using a pillar, but I did not do that. I just put little chocolate chips on the top. So you first want to preheat your oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're going to line a 9 by 9 inch pan, which I don't have a 9 by 9 pan. You're going to line that with parchment paper, and then in a medium bowl you're going to whisk together the almond flour, cocoa powder, sweetener, salt, and then add the melted butter and water and stir until the mixture begins to clump together. And then you're going to press the mixture evenly into the lined baking pan and bake it about 15 minutes or until it's golden and just firm to the touch. And then you want to set that aside to let it cool completely. While the crust is baking, you're going to make the cream cheese layer. You're going to use a hand mixer to beat the vanilla extract, the cream, and the powdered erythritol together until stiff peaks form. And then you want to gradually beat in the softened cream cheese a little bit at a time until it's well combined. Once the crust has cooled down completely, you're going to take this cream cheese mixture and spread it evenly over the crust layer. By now your crust should be all done and out of the oven cooling down. So now it's time to make the chocolate pudding layer. So in a medium saucepan over medium heat, you're going to combine the almond milk, the whipping cream, and the sweetener, and you want to bring that to a simmer, stirring it to dissolve the sweetener. And then in a medium bowl, you're going to whisk the egg yolks until smooth, and you want to temper the yolks. So you're going to slowly whisk about half a cup of the hot cream mixture into the yolks. If you do it too quickly, you're going to have scrambled eggs. So then you want to slowly whisk the tempered yolks back into the saucepan. After you do that, you're going to reduce the heat to medium-low and then sprinkle the surface with the xanthan gum, and that is going to help thicken your pudding. And you want to whisk this together pretty quickly. You're going to then whisk in the cocoa powder and cook it until it's thickened, about 3 or 4 minutes. And then you're going to remove that from the heat and then whisk in the vanilla extract and the butter pieces and whisk all of that until smooth. Then you're going to let the chocolate pudding cool down for about 15 minutes. And if you're in a hurry, you can put it in the refrigerator and let it cool down a little bit quicker. And then you're going to spread that over top of the cheesecake layer. And then you're going to refrigerate it for at least 2 hours. And now for the final layer, which is the whipped cream topping, you're going to beat together the heavy cream, the sweetener, and vanilla extract until stiff peaks form. And then you're going to spread this over the chocolate layer. Dust it with cocoa powder, which I did not do that. I felt like it was already rich enough without adding more cocoa powder. I did take a taste of it and really liked it, but then I thought it would be even better with some pecans. So I used some chopped pecans and sprinkled that all over the top. And then the next day, Amelia added the chocolate chips to it. And like I said, this dessert lasted for the whole week. It is very, very good, but very rich. On this night, we are having chicken tacos, and if you've been around, you've seen me make my taco shells before, but if you are new to my channel and this is your very first video that you are seeing, hello and welcome. We like to fry our tortillas in ghee, which is clarified butter. We use the corn tortillas and I fry them on both sides, and then I just put them in our little taco shell holders, which I absolutely love. I do have those linked in my Amazon store. I'll put the link down in the description for you. They are the best thing since sliced bread. I absolutely love them. If you make tacos a lot, then you would definitely benefit from having these taco holders. For our topping, I just have some sour cream, avocados, cilantro, lettuce, and cheese. I actually did not have any tomatoes to put on top, and my husband grilled up the chicken. So we're gonna slice that up and just put our tacos together. So for dinner tonight, we are having the sausage and cabbage, and I had a little bit of onion already chopped up in the refrigerator, so I tossed that in there. I had a green pepper that needed to be used, so I went ahead and cut that up. That's actually about half of the pepper. I may go ahead and chop up the other half and put it in as well. And I also put in some minced garlic, and then I'm going to, once this is pretty much heated through and the peppers and onions are done, then I'm gonna add in the cabbage and just cook it until the cabbage is nice and tender. And that will be dinner. And here's what it looks like with the cabbage. And I forgot to say that I did put some oil down in the bottom of the pan, and you just want to stir it up good. And then you can put the lid on it and cook it until the cabbage is done. So on this night, we had smothered pork chops and corn on the side for everyone else. We were not that impressed with this recipe. I will go ahead and put the link down in the description because some people may like it. We did not. We're not a big pork chop family, so that could be part of the reason. But like I said, I'll go ahead and link that down in the description. Our next meal was keto sausage cream cheese pinwheels, and oh my goodness, these were delicious. What you need is 2 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese, 2 ounces of cream cheese, 3/4 cup almond flour, 2 tablespoons of ground flax meal, and then for the filling, you'll need 1/2 pound of cooked breakfast sausage, drained, and 3 ounces of cream cheese. You first want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees, and to make the rolls in a microwave safe bowl, you're going to combine the shredded mozzarella cheese and the cream cheese. Heat it in 30-second increments, stirring in between until it's completely melted. And then you're going to add the almond flour and the ground flax meal. Mix the dough well until you have a nice soft ball. And then between 2 silicone baking mats or parchment paper, you're going to roll the dough into a rectangle roughly about 12 by 9 inches. And then for the filling, you're going to combine the sausage and cream cheese and spread that over top of the dough. And then starting at one end, you're going to roll the dough as tightly as you can into a log, and then slice into rolls about the width of 2 fingers, and make sure that you don't cut them too thick because it'll be difficult for the dough in the center to cook through. And then you want to place the rolls on a greased baking sheet. I am using my USA pan, so I don't have to grease my baking sheets. Nothing will stick on these USA pans. I absolutely love them. I do have the USA pans linked in my Amazon store, so I'll put a link for the set that I have down in the description. Once you have all of those on your pan, you're going to bake them about 12 to 15 minutes until they are golden brown. These pinwheels were far better than what I thought they were going to be. They were really, really good. Everybody liked them. They reminded me of eating biscuits and gravy, so that is really good. I am actually going to try to freeze a couple of them and reheat them and see what they taste like. And if they're good, then I'm going to have to add this to my weekend meal prep that I do, because this is really good for a very quick on-the-go breakfast. I hope you guys enjoyed this What's for Dinner. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap on the bell so that you don't miss any of my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.